Chargers fans, we've got a wild one today. A key piece of our defense is out, and his next destination is going to shock a lot of people. On top of that, 3 former Chargers are still sitting in free agency, and their situations are getting more complicated by the day. What's going on with the Bolts? Are we making the right moves, or are we letting valuable players slip away? Let's break it all down. That's right, another big name from our defense is on the move. This time, it's a veteran who played a crucial role for us last season. Morgan Fox is heading to the Atlanta Falcons on a 2-year deal worth up to $5 million. NFL insiders like Ian Rappaport, Tom Pelissero, and Mike Garafolo confirmed the news, and honestly, this one stings. Fox wasn't the flashiest player on the field, but he was a rock-solid presence in our defensive rotation. He brought consistency every single week. The numbers back it up. According to Pro Football Focus, Fox racked up 4 sacks and 22 tackles last season while playing in every single game. That might not jump off the stat sheet, but considering he split snaps with other defensive linemen, it's clear he played a key role. So, did the Chargers make the right call letting him walk? On one hand, it makes some sense. The team re-signed Tier Tart, signaling a preference for a different style of interior defender. But on the other hand, Fox's versatility and experience are hard to replace. Fans are split on this one. Some believe his contract was a bargain for a veteran of his caliber and that the Chargers should have kept him. Others see it as an opportunity to refresh the defense with younger, more dynamic players. But here's the part that might make this loss feel even worse. The Falcons aren't exactly known for their elite defense. If they saw enough value in Fox to sign him, are we underestimating what he brought to the table? And more importantly, are we really upgrading our defense the right way? Losing declining players is one thing, but letting go of a steady contributor without a clear replacement is a whole different story. But here's where it gets even more concerning. 3 former Chargers, who have all been key players for us, are still without a team. One of them, in particular, has the potential to be one of the best at his position. So why isn't anyone signing him? These are guys who played major roles for us, but for one reason or another, they're still floating in free agency. Let's start with the most surprising name on the list. He was the engine of our running game last season. Even when things weren't going smoothly, he was one of the most reliable players on the field. But there's a catch. His position isn't exactly in high demand. We're talking about J.K. Dobbins. The guy averaged 4.6 yards per carry, which is impressive considering how much our offensive line struggled. When healthy, he was a difference maker in our ground game. But here's the issue. No one seems willing to take a chance on him. And it all comes down to injuries. Dobbins has missed way too many games in his career, and with a deep draft class full of talented, cheap running backs, teams are leaning toward fresh legs. That leaves him in a tough spot where he might have to settle for a prove-it deal or a reduced role. But he's not the only ex-Charger stuck in free agency. This next name doesn't make sense at all. He's just 25 years old, has shown flashes of being an elite player, and still, no team has picked him up. That's right. We're talking about Asante Samuel Jr., a young corner with serious talent. We've seen this scenario play out before. Remember Casey Hayward? When he left the Packers, people thought he was just a CB2. Then he came to the Chargers and became an all-pro. So what's the deal with Samuel Jr.? Well, an off-field injury last season hurt his stock, and the Chargers decided to move in a different direction. But is the league really overlooking his potential? And finally, there's one more ex-Charger still waiting for a new home. But unlike the other 2, maybe the market is right about this one. His name, Gus Edwards. The former Ravens back was supposed to be our short yardage weapon, but let's be real, he didn't deliver. So the question is, should the Chargers give any of these guys another shot? Would you bring back Dobbins, Samuel Jr., or Edwards? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to see where you stand on this. Bolts fans, what's happening with our team? We just lost Morgan Fox to the Falcons, and now 3 former Chargers are still looking for jobs. Did we make the right moves, or are we going to regret letting these guys go? The offseason is shaping up to be unpredictable, and every decision could make or break our season. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.